It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the Sunshine State. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins coming up next.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Brent, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Last year was a bit of a mixed bag for Lawrence as he started off looking like a budding superstar, but then he suffered an ankle injury and was a shell of himself the rest of the way. His team needs him to stay healthy if they plan on maximizing their full potential. And if that ends up being the case, they'll have a good shot to win a lot of games here in 2024.
Lawrence going to put it up right away. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And out across midfield down to the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I'm sure after he caught the ball and looked up, he thought to himself, uh-oh, trying to find some space, trying to make people miss. But a swarm of defenders were there, and they dropped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Motion man left is Kirk. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. That's about as exciting of a one-yard run as you're going to see, finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but again, just 1 yard out of it.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They go play action with Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Lawrence will throw. Touchdown! Christian Kirk on the receiving end of that touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. They gotta love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. That time a 9-play drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Well, the Dolphins head out, led by the NFL's leading passer in 2023. Now in his 5th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And he's coming off a great season where he put up career highs in yards and touchdowns, while also leading one of the most prolific scoring offenses in the NFL. The number one thing he did last season, though, staying healthy. When he's on the field, Miami can roll.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. In motion, Hill. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gets this one to Hill. Gets around him. Still fighting. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Jaguars. Yeah.
So time to see Jacksonville get on offense for the second time here in this game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now Lawrence to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
So Miami coming out for their second drive.
And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. In motion, Hill. On play action, here's Tua. Short throw to Smith. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. In motion, Hill. Out of the gun on third down. Here's Tua. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 33. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And Ingram really came into his own a season ago as we saw him surpass 100 catches and nearly 1,000 yards for the first time in his career. He's become a major focal point for this offense, and his explosiveness can really power what they do.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Thomas brings it in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Here's Lawrence to throw. This one caught by Davis. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Lawrence. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0.
So the drive there took 6 plays.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So now here come the Dolphins. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. In motion, Hill. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's got Smith here. Dancing away at the 35.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
And that is caught downfield by Beckham.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Running the counter with Mostert.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa.
Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Mostert. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. He's got it. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
They'll run with Mostert.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The ball under 32. It's 2nd and 2. On the counter, Etienne. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
In motion left is Thomas.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And Thomas has it. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
2nd and 5.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
He's got Thomas yet again, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. In motion, the tight end.
Lawrence will throw.
There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw. Screenplay, here's Etienne.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now Lawrence.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
This 2nd and 4. They go play action with Lawrence. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And bulldozing his way through. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to pass. Tua.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
In motion, Hill. Now Tua going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff as he'll drop to throw it. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And the Jaguars are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
The Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They work now on 2nd and 9. From midfield, here's Tua. He's across midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this one complete to Smith. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Tua going to throw. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
They'll run with Mostert.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk.
And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
ETN up the middle.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Now Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
And they'll go again with ETN.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Jaguars will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. Shoves him aside near the 35. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. A quick throw complete out to Beckham. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here's Tua.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Tua sets up to pass it. Short throw to Smith. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now brings up 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Tua.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Now receiver in motion left.
Here's Mostert.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it at least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
In motion goes the tight end.
Lawrence.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Caught right side, Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
And they'll run with ETN.
And he will be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it second and goal now as they look for that final dagger.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
Flush to his right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Trevor Lawrence.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and it's 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is up to 14. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Tua.
Short throw to Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now Tua. Into the hands of Beckham.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Throwing Tua.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Goes right back to Smith again.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Tua.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Here's Tua.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Tagovailoa. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. One final try for Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching.